Okay. I got a topic I want to talk about today. Kind of interesting too. But it's something I had on my mind for a while, and I talked to an individual about it, but it's come up again, so I think I'm going to speak on it today. But it came back up because my son was at school because he goes to the community college, and a topic had came up about felons. And he said it was a young lady out there, and she had so much negativity in her heart against felons. And, you know, I don't know what might have happened to her in her life or whatever, but she must have had something in her heart for felons. But it bothered my son because, you know, she just spoke so negatively about felons. So he told her, he was like, well, my father's an ex-felon. And, you know, you would have to get to know him to know that, you know, just because he was a felon before doesn't make him into a bad person. And she just was still negative. I take it that she had her own look on felons. So, you know, it bothered him by it because it's like people hold your past against you and they can't see past your past. And in a lot of cases, it's not fair. And the reason why I say it's not fair is because if you don't give a person a chance or opportunity to show you that they have changed, then you're robbing them of becoming the person that they should be in the first place. And at the end of the day, it can make the person look bad that looks at a felon like, you know, they can't change. Because at the end of the day, it's just like being prejudiced. Because you look at a person and you judge a person because they did something wrong in their past, and you won't let them live past that. So instead of them staying in the past, they move forward, and then you go in the past. It makes no sense at all. So, you know, by bothering him, it bothered me, and I had to speak on it. And as far as myself, I'm an ex-felon, and my past is in my past. And for those who may want to look at my past and hold me to it, then you can go back to the past and I'll move forward. And I like who I am now, and I'm progressing and I'm going forward, and I refuse to let anybody hold me back, even though they want to be held back by going in people's past. And for those who do look at people's past, please, for your sake, get past that. And if a person is trying to change and do better with their life, help them and encourage them to do better. Don't dare try to push somebody back if they're trying to go forward. So at the end of the day, that's not the bad person that's trying to go forward. That turns you into the bad person for trying to push them back. So at the end of the day, I just hope that when I get this message out, that it'll make you look at yourself and say, you know what? I want to help a person try to better themselves and not hold them back. Because a lot of people don't know it, but they do it. And if you're doing it today, please make a change. Because we have to help each other, not hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? And for a person to know my past and not know me now, that will be a robbery to you. And I wouldn't want you to rob yourself looking at my past when you could get to know me for now and have a better relationship with me. So, you know, guys, I just hope that, you know, you're not one of those people that you want to hold people back. But at the end of the day, help bring people forward. And the last thing I want to share is the part that made me want to do this at first, but I hesitated, was a friend of mine. He had told me that, you know, he's an ex-felon and he had got a job and he had been working for a year. And somebody saw him at the job and he was like, what is he working here for? He's a felon. So the person said something to somebody else and they called him into the office and said something about, you're a felon, you can't work here. So he was like, what do you mean? I've been working here for a year. You know, and, you know, they really wanted him to not work there, and he was trying to do the right thing by being legit and working a job. And this is what people should want a person to do. Be legit and work a job. And this individual, he has potential to mess up a community, but he doesn't want to mess up a community. He wants to work a job and be a productive citizen in the community. So if you fire this individual and everywhere he goes, they say, you're a felon, we can't give you a job. And this person is forced to provide for themselves. What do you think they're going to go back to do? And then you will say, well, they don't have to do that. Well, you don't have to not give them a job or give them an opportunity to work. So who's got to make the right choice? The individual that wants to work and work a productive job and be a productive citizen in society, and you help them to have a job, or you not giving them an opportunity to work and them having to go out and struggle and try to make a living and put their life on the line. And at the end of the day, make your community bad. So that's something to think about. Because guess what? If I didn't have a trade, it would be hard for me right now. Because guess what? They would tell you, well, you have a felon, we can't give you a job. And guess what? Some felons are the best and hardest working people that you could find. Because guess what? They know that they have messed up, and they know that they have to prove themselves, and they don't mind working a job. But how many of you get caught up in the system of, I can't get you a job or hire you because you're a felon? But guess what? The infrastructure of this country has done that. Because when you paid your debt to society, guess what? You're supposed to have paid your debt to society. And once you come out, guess what? You're a citizen again. Until proven that you're not a citizen. But those who are proving themselves and are working hard, that are ex-felons, I commend you. Against all odds, I commend you. Because when they look at you as less, then you strive for your best. And at the end of the day, you won't be the one looking bad. It'll be the ones that won't give you an opportunity that's looking bad. Because you deserve a second chance when you want to have a second chance. So to all of those that are going through the struggle, keep your heads up. And guess what? We're going to make it. With help or without help, we're going to make it. But hopefully some people will open their eyes and say, you know what? I'm willing to help somebody that's willing to go forth and make a better citizen out of themselves. With that being said, I yield. And I hope you have a good day.